Okay, factor. Okay, x squared plus 2x minus 8. So the idea is to find two numbers when you multiply them. Suppose I will call these two numbers m and n. Okay, so suppose I find two numbers m times n, okay, equal to minus 8, and m plus n equal to 2. Okay, so this is the first step that you should try to do. Find two numbers m and n such that when you multiply them, you get the c. This is the c, right? Okay, because this is the last constant here. And when you add them, you get the b. The b is the coefficient of x. So some people can find this quickly. Say, okay, well, I know these two numbers. The two numbers are, what did you say? Minus 2 and 4. So that minus 2, when you so times 4, if you multiply them, you get minus 8, and if you add them, you get 2. But what if you cannot find them easily? You can do a table of all the possibilities. A table of all the possibilities. Okay, so how am I going to do this table? You can just build a table like this. Ask yourself, what is 8 come from? 8 comes from what? 8 comes from 8 times 1, right? Also 4 times 2. Any other possibilities? No, that's it. These are the only two possibilities. And one of them must be negative. Because when you multiply, you have to get minus 8. So for example, minus 8 times 1 or 8 times minus 1, isn't it? Also, it can be 4 times minus 2 and maybe minus 4 times 2, right? So you have to think which ones, when you add them, you get 2. That's what try to do. Is if you choose, for example, let's just try that. If you choose minus 8 and 1, if you add them, you get what? Minus 7. That's wrong. That's wrong, isn't it? Right? Okay, so this is not going to work. Try something else. Try this is negative. When you add them, what do you get? You get 7. That's wrong. 7 is not the same as the 2. So that's also wrong. So try something else. Okay, what if this is negative? Minus 4 and 2. If you add them, what do you get? You get minus 2, right? Minus 2. Is minus 2 the right answer? No, this is not what you have here. So that's also wrong, isn't it? Okay, so now the last thing you can try is make this minus and make the 4 positive. So that means 4 and minus 2. When you add them, you're actually going to get 2. And that's exactly what I want. Do you see how I'm looking for the answer? If you don't get it quickly, that's how you can look for it. You try all possibilities. You start by multiplication. And once you find the 2, when you add them, you get that the b, this b here. That means this is the right answer. So anyway, it's 4 and minus 2. This is it. Okay, I found them. What do I do next? Khalas, this is the first step. I found them. The next step is to write the answer. The answer will be like this. X, okay, minus 2, x plus 4. That's it. That's the answer. Finished. So you basically write this number here and write this number here. Okay. No, it doesn't matter the order. You can write minus 2 here and the 4 here if you want. There's no difference. There is no difference. Because when you multiply two quantities, multiplication is commutative. You can multiply in any order. That's it. See how easy it is? Okay? Once you find these two numbers, that's it. Let's see this another example. The question looks like this. Factor x squared, and then it was minus 2, right? Or plus 2? Plus 2 x y. I'm adding a y component here. Okay, I just put this in a different color. Okay, and then making another small change, which is instead of minus 8 at the end, it becomes minus 8 y squared. So you see, it started here. There's no y. There is just one y, and here there is y squared. It is the opposite of what's happening to the x. See the x here, x squared, 1x, no x. So the power of x is decreasing, but the power of y is increasing. Okay? This question is solved exactly the same way. Same way. So that once you find the two numbers, m and n, suppose you find m and n, you find them to be, for example, you see what, 4 and minus 2. Okay, so you write the answer like this. X plus 4 Previously we did this, and x minus 2, isn't it, right? But now we're adding the y. It's 4y and the minus 2y. So that's the factoring now. This is the factoring, and this is the answer. So that's the only difference. In this case, if you just have a y and y squared here, it means you write the answer. After you have two numbers and you write them here like that, then this number really becomes the coefficient of y, and this number becomes also the coefficient of y here. That's how you should do the factoring. Clear?
Just to add y?
Yeah. This is the answer. You can check that. Try to multiply. See, the idea here, this is similar binomials. This is x's, y's, this is x's, y's. This idea, and you can multiply them by FOIL. X times x give you x squared. 4y times minus 2y give you minus 8y squared. And the inner product is 4xy. The outer is also minus 2xy, which give you together 2xy. So you can always check by multiplying by FOIL to go back to the original one to make sure that you're getting the right answer.